I thought the first 20 minutes we started really brightly. We pressed from the front, which is something that we've been working on in training, and allowed us to squeeze up the pitch, and we had to nick the ball high up there and then play from there in their own third. That's where the first goal came from. Good ball through, and Harry's been really brave, gone through against the goalkeeper and tucked it away after 10 minutes. A really good start. Started to go into the balance, both teams having numerous chances. Didn't feel like we were totally in control of the game, and then obviously they got their goal. I think two things for me from that: one, we need to communicate better with Millie and earlier, and I think sometimes we can manage the game in terms of not letting the ball go out of play. Sometimes just getting our shape. We've been too honest, I think, kept the ball in play, and it's allowed them to go and score. I think obviously from my point of view with that one, I probably need to talk to Jono a little bit better. I think I thought it was a really good ball though, in fairness. And then we've reacted, but the lad's got there first, and you could arguably say he's had a shot on goal, but I think we're a little bit late with the tackle, and I think it probably was a penalty. After that, I thought we reacted really well, and that's something we haven't been doing when we've conceded goals. We continued with the pressing, we were winning the ball high up the pitch, and we were getting the ball down, and we were looking dangerous. Really well worked goal just before half time. I think Billy picked it up, played inside, played into through, great little combination, then he slipped, he's been slipped through, he's gone on, had a shot on goal, keeper spilled it, and then obviously Harry's tapped it in. Spoke at half time. I thought we were doing okay. I didn't think it was brilliant. However, we did talk about sort of like starting on the front foot in the second half. When we need to clear our lines, and the most important thing I felt was we needed to win more second balls. I don't think we react, and I think that's all over the pitch. We don't react to balls after the first one. We're on our heels. We're not ready for the next one, and that can bring a side onto you a little bit more. So that was one thing we spoke about at half time, and that was crucial. Didn't think we did it well enough second half, if I'm honest. However, we had probably as many chances in that period of the game that we've probably had in the last 4 or 5 games. And I think at the minute it's a kind of, we don't make bad decisions all the time. If we made bad decisions all the time, we wouldn't be playing at this level of football. However, if we made good decisions all the time, we wouldn't be playing at this level of football either. So I think it's, at the minute, making poor decisions at the wrong times and at crucial points in the game. The game should have been buried. I don't think it would have not been fair if we'd have scored 8 or 9 goals today. However, that's how it goes, and I think if that's not happening for you, you've still got to defend what you've got, and unfortunately in the last 5 or 6 minutes we haven't done that, and they've nicked a goal. I think in fairness we've squeezed the ball, probably could have squeezed it a little bit quicker, haven't cleared our lines, which is something that I think we were poor at today at times. And something to also consider is we need to have a lot more control of the game. I never felt we were in total control. However, we were, in terms of we were so much the better team. However, it was a little bit you attack, we attack, you attack, we attack, and that can sometimes mean that you concede at the end. I thought for Harry, although he's missed a few chances, he was really lively, he got in the opportunities, and that's the main thing. If you get in the opportunities, it's going to come for him, and he's a young lad, and he's just going to get better and better. And I think it's for us as a team to rally around him and continue that. And in fairness, it's not just him; it was myself. I should have scored a header. Frui's had a couple of good opportunities. I think Bill's had a couple of opportunities. So we're creating chances, and that isn't something we've been doing as freely before the Obi game. And so that's a good thing. But on the same thing, I think we're too prone to conceding goals and conceding goals easily, and that's something like myself needs to look at. But it's the whole team need to think about that, and we'll get there, and we'll continue to work hard in training, and we'll go into the next match thinking about the things we're going to do, we're going to put right from today, and also thinking about the things that we have done. We have done well today, because there's lots of positives that we've done well today. However, you come off, you've drawn 2-2. If we win 6 or 7-2, it's a different scenario. The boys are buzzing. but that's not been the case today. Yeah, it's our third meeting, I think it is, that we're playing Peterborough Sports. They're a good side. They've got some very good players and they play a very attractive way. They play with lots of energy. They'll press from the front. There's something I saw on Tuesday when we went to watch them against Wellingborough. They work really hard, and we've got to match that. Okay, that's one thing that we must do. Okay, we must match them for work rate. There's no excuse for not doing that. There's no excuse for switching off, and that's one thing that they won't do. They're always switched on, and that's something that we must take and we must do. Equally so, we've got really good players. We've got good quality in the side. And we're going to go there full of confidence. We've got nothing to lose, and they'll need to be on it as much as we'll need to be on it. And again, just putting the things right, taking the positive from Saturday's game, looking at what we can improve on, and how we go about winning the game, and we'll have a plan of how we're going to play to counteract what they can do. And we'll try and do that to the best of our ability, and I'm full of confidence that the boys can do that, but it's really making sure we do them basics well. There's no point having really good technical players if you're not willing to work hard and do the hard graft first. I think that's your bread and butter, and then the technical stuff and the intelligence and the awareness of how you're going to play, that's a secondary, but you must get the fundamentals right. And that's something we'll be looking to do.